Hey guys, it's me, Veronica. Okay, so right now I'm in the room, the equipment room, as you can see. I hope everything's going well with you guys. So, because this is Mumble Monday vlog, I have no idea what number this is, but I just want to say hey, getting everything ready for my class. Got classmates hiding. Yes.
How many? I took 2 light kits, but one of them has Rifa Tora Omni.
209 and 210. 209 has the Rifa, 210 is just the regular one.
So I should be have.
Okay, so I just had to help my classmate. So here's something, and this is how it all started. If you know me, you know that when I am in a relationship, I'm not in it for very long. As I've told you several times, my longest relationship was maybe 3 months. During that time, my ex came out as trans and asexual, and it kind of imploded because the ex was like, I don't want to have sex with you, have sex with other people, and their best friend was like, oh, I'd like to have sex with you, and I was like, oh, I'd like to have sex with you, and then I asked the ex, who was my partner at the time, like, hey, since you don't want to have sex with me and your best friend does, is it okay? And then it exploded because his best friend didn't ask for permission. They said that I was fine, but the ex didn't, and so they were upset that the ex-friend or ex-best friend hadn't asked. And it was a bad situation. I never want to do that again. I realized it was a bad situation. I don't know why I thought that was good. I learned from that. That has been my relationships. It implodes and the person's like, I don't really like you that much. And I kind of go crazy girl. But that's besides the point. So, keeping this all in the back of your heads, something happened recently that made me go, that's not good. Without going into specifics, someone, I won't name who, because it wasn't them. I will say it wasn't that ex. There was someone who may have said, like, I will always be in your life. And it kind of sounded kind of creepy. How would you feel if you had been with somebody and they later said to people like, oh yeah, Veronica, I'm gonna be in her life forever. And you're like, you guys broke up like really shitty. Like, Veronica essentially fucked your best friend and was like, I don't like you, or Veronica may have been like, I love you, and then was like, fuck you, I hate you. And and I admit I was messy. I was very messy because I'm still learning about healthy relationships. I'm someone who had a really fucked up childhood in terms of relationships and what was good and what was bad. I'm working through my stuff, including the things that happened to me as a child. I admit that. Stuff that happened to me as a child. Very bad. So as a result, I've learned that sex is a way to keep someone. I don't like that. I don't like doing it. But it's kind of a compulsion for me. I've talked about it a little bit. I need to get a psychologist so I can actually talk about it and be like, hey, this happened to me as a child. Being touched, other stuff that I don't want to get into because that's just messed up. But the stuff that happened, it did shape my view of romance in terms of romance is stupid. I would love to be in a relationship, and I'm always like, oh my gosh, I want to be in a relationship. I actually found this letter from my old classmate, Edwin. He sent it to me when I was like 18. It was a happy birthday card, and he's like, Veronica, you will find love. Happy birthday, blah, blah, blah. And from 18 to around, I think 27, I've just been in bad relationships, or rather, the few relationships I've had, as soon as someone has been like really attracted to me, I have freaked out. I will be honest. I freak out, and I don't know how to react to that. I am used to people not being attracted to me because I've surrounded myself with friends who have said things like, oh, I would never date a black girl, and I'm in the room. Or they have said, oh, I would never date a fat girl. Or I would never do this with a fat girl, this with a black girl. And I'm in the room, and they know that I like them. And it's still stupid of me to like them, but I still like them. And it's that whole thing of, please like me, please love me. And it's really fucked up. So going with that, all of this, when you hear somebody say, like, I'm still going to be in this person's life, doesn't that make you feel bad for the other person? Like, wow, this person told you, like, I am messed up. I need to change my own stuff. And I don't want to be in a relationship with you because I know I'm damaged and I'm trying to work on it. It's weird to listen to somebody say they want to be with you or be with someone you know or you kind of know or whatever, because you're like, no, the two of you had a bad relationship. Looking back at my experiences, I've not had a really good relationship at all. First one, I don't even count that one. I've had maybe 2 girlfriends. One of them is trans male. He was the start of the bad ones. He was the start, and it just continued. It escalated. I have used I love you to get someone to break up with me. I've done it several times, and it has worked. And I know that it's bad, and that's also why I don't like saying I love you. I refuse to say I love you. I will say I hurt you, or oh, that's cool, or I won't say anything at all if someone says I love you, Veronica. If you are a friend of mine, I will. If I say I love you, then you know that I absolutely mean I love you. I love you. I would do anything for you. I don't say that a lot to people. I try not to because I don't want to say I love you when I don't mean it. Family, I say I love you to my family, and I mean everything. My mom, my sister, my dad, some of my I love my immediate family. The other ones, I adore you guys. I can't say I love you. And again, with this, this is part of what makes up me. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, when I see something where somebody says, I want to be back with you, and I'm like, I'm still working on my shit. How can I, get back with you? And I'm crazy as hell still, and I'm trying to work on me. And plus, we were not good together. Or you and another person weren't good together. And I guess that's where I'm ending this whole thing, is just reflecting on my life so far and realizing that I have a lot of things that I have to work on before I can get into a relationship. As much as I would love to get in a relationship, and believe me, I would love to get in a relationship. It would be fun to wake up with someone and be like, I want to stay with you, instead of my usual, I'm going to leave at 3 o'clock while you're asleep. That's not good. I realize that's not good. I need to work on that, and I will. But at this time, no. Don't say stuff like that. Please don't. And this is for anyone. This is actually for anyone. If you broke up with your ex and your ex did a shitty thing like me, because I was a bitch. I will be honest, I was a bitch. If you are dating a bitch or an asshole and they break up with you, guess what? You are not at fault. We are. We did shitty things. And sometimes it may take us months or years. Sometimes it'll take us years to realize it and say, you know what? We fucked up. We're sorry. Oh man, I haven't said sorry to Max. I need to say sorry to Max because, that was a bad way. But then he got me back. Got me back because I really did love him. I know it's stupid, but I really did love him, and I still loved him up until last year, 2015. I almost said this year, and then I'm like, wait, no, it's 2016. Oh, duh. But no, I would have done anything for him. I would have cut off my leg. If you had said, I want you to break your finger, I would have done it. Stupidly. Don't know why. But other than that, and I hate saying that out loud, because when I said it to him, I did it so we would break up. But then after he left and found somebody else, I realized, yeah, I still have feelings for you. And I really did have feelings. And I'm sorry that I acted out and I wounded you as best I could verbally and spiritually, because you should never do that to a person. That's also a thing. If you are damaged, and not damaged, because you can be fixed, it'll take time. But you really need to realize what the fuck is going on and change it before you get to age 30. Age 30 right here. It's not pretty. But at the same time, at least I'm doing it now versus when I'm 60. I don't want to be 60 years old and go, wow, I have a fucked up childhood and I just fucked up over someone else. So please take that in consideration. I know I jumbled around. Originally, this was going to talk about a relationship in which someone who may have been damaged is trying, or not damaged. I hate to say the word damaged, but someone who had been maybe messed over and wants to come back and it's like, no, find somebody who's good for you. I will work myself and then I'll find someone who's good for me and then everything will be kosher. I don't want to go and rehash over things that ended for a reason. Yeah, I don't, because that's fucked up. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. It's like 11 minutes. Bye.